Okay, we are live again. Another Sunday. See who shows up today. Oh, I'm a little beat. Past couple weeks have been a little rugged for me. Had guests come in last week, just recovering from it this week. Dealing with Social Security and insurance companies and everything else is never fun. Good morning, Peter. So, little worn out. Morning. But yes, on top of dealing with all these things, which are always difficult, confusing, and treacherous, uh, we also have the ongoing global collapse of the whole world and stuff. So I don't know. Nothing ever seems better. You can't tell what is the truth. There's so much contradiction and stuff. But an update on the gun situation. First off, ammunition, I get all the emails sometimes three times a day. I think PSA will send me three, and Battlehawk Armory will send me three emails a day over a 24-hour period on what they have on sale. Ammunition has gone up. Okay, the baseline prices for a case are more expensive than they were 3 to 4 months ago. Okay, so that has happened. There has been a price increase, which is normal, and it does happen every year, a small percentage. Now, a lot of people are saying that there are supply chain shortages, good morning, and all this other stuff. But I don't know. I don't believe they're selling enough. And of course, you hear the influencers, oh, well, get this now before it's gone and everything. And there's still all kinds of 5.5, 6, and 9 millimeter that you can trip over. Okay. I've even found where someone is selling tins of 9 millimeter Makarov from Bulgaria, 1,200 some round sealed tins. And if you've been watching my critique videos, one of the key things is with surplus guns to use in case of an emergency, be it a natural disaster or the collapse of society itself. Having those sealed sardine cans full of ammo is probably the best way to stockpile something that when you have to break out in an emergency and say, like I always put that view on there, say it's a natural disaster like we had in the other part of the state, where it becomes you and the neighbors that are, literally were still alive. Okay, a lot of people lost their lives there. And then they had these scavengers and people coming to loot. Uh, it became a crisis. The federal government turned its back on everyone. Uh, you know, um, that's that's where it goes. Go on Ammo Seek. I don't know, because what I do is I just scan it and I found it. Ammo Seek has them. I can't remember what place is selling it, but you're going to have to buy it through the mail. Okay, so if you live in a state where they won't ship ammo, which I don't think you do, I don't know which one right off the top of my head. But yeah, to have that would help out. And I have several handguns in that caliber. So when you got people that are just stranded and without nothing, their home, their guns, their money, all just kind of washed away. All right, you may have to uh, loan them some of the guns out of your collection. Okay, so yeah, that's a good thing that comes in handy. All right, to have stock back. And the surplus ammo isn't showing up. No, no wonder. All right, so yeah, to get this stuff in some fish tins or even the battle packs, PSA sells their ammo in battle pack, or not PSA, PCM, the one out of Taiwan. They sell their ammo in nylon battle packs, which are pretty cool. And you can also get them on the 10-round stripper clips and the bandoliers for the AR or AR-15 style loading. They'll cost more, but if you need or your intent is not to like just use it, but to store it for and have it stored to where it'll be good, years from now, there are solutions there. Okay. The only thing is it's going to cost you more money. And my reloading adventures kind of did not. In reloading, it's like when a guy was talking about the ammo. Reloading it does not pay because what they grab you for the bullets. I finally found some 55 grain bullets, but I had to pay 13 cents a piece, and that throws off the thing to where I can buy some sort of ammo. So unless my ammunition shrinks the group down to sub 1-inch groups, it is not worth buying or reloading the ammo. You might as well just buy the damn stuff. But then again, with the prices going up now, that's thrown off. 55 grain ammo, I'm going to say, is well over 50 cents a round. So if I can do it for 40 instead of 55 or whatever to get it delivered 60, there is a small saving, but it's quite labor intensive. And you got to experiment and find the right load, the right powder, and everything else. That's why if you want that information, because the last loadout for my experimentation with the 5.56 was like $400 or $500. Okay. I'll get some different samplings and some information that'll, save you some money and time. But I laid out $500 out of my pocket that I'm not getting back anyway, other than somebody either donating or getting a membership for that info. I know some people don't like it, but if that's the case, you can go fuck yourself. Okay, as far as I'm concerned. Because that's the way it is in the big city. So working on that. Actually, I have to go back and review all that, create a video. I had some issues with Social Security, but I finally got the information. It's not so much dealing with it. It's nobody tells you clearly and concisely what the situation is. And they're all out to confuse you, throw you off, so you make the wrong choice. And then you get, because our wonderful government, if you don't do things at a certain time, they penalize you. Yeah, they're 13 cents a piece. That's what I got them for. I just got 1,000 of them and it was 13 cents a piece. That was the best I can do. The pulled ones are mixed up, screwed up, and they did not. I had issues because different bullet shape, different bullet design is going to throw off, especially when you're doing precise loads. I did get that stupid Velociradar thing to work finally. I guess the trick is you set it back farther, and I wasn't bumping it or trying to keep it towards the muzzle, and then it worked pretty good and did consistently record my information. And those things, I purchased that for under $4 on sale I've seen them now, they're over 6. Okay, it's a nice item, and when it works, it's great. I mean, there's a lot of features in that other than the 200 bean ones that I was using, the plastic ones. But now I got 2 of them that don't quite function well in the garage. I don't know if it's the repetitive shock waves from having it in front of the gun and the radar. I found out with the 22-250, once you start getting close to 4,000 feet per second, the radar don't read it. So but so we're going into the works, because it looks like I'm gonna have to do is I do have a large stockpile of components lying around, but I guess the only thing I'm gonna do, I can't buy anymore, is use what the hell I have to make ammunition for myself and just use up the supply. At my age, I probably have enough to try to use up before my time here in our moral realm is over. Go shooting. Fuck the lawn. I was looking at mine. I just said, let it go. Magavate. Yeah, so the ammunition is going up. Is there going to be a shortage? I doubt it very much, because they're tripping over it. Also, I was talking to one of my transfer dealers this week, and I had a conversation with him, and we were talking about different things, and he gave me some advice on how to work on a problem I was working with, a gunsmithing solution. And he told me that that the other dealers that he stays in touch with and everything, nobody's selling anything. Okay, sales are flat. It's terrible. Okay, so guns and ammo and stuff are not moving whatsoever, because everyone is going bankrupt from what the hell is going on. I myself, the insurance, that coverage that I had changed, and now we're talking pretty bad financial drain to like where I'm gonna have to pay an additional $500 a month for stuff, and it's just unacceptable. Okay, out of the blue. So yeah, and I guess guns are not selling. So again, you wait till sometime in September, and you will see again these clearances of new firearms. I'm not talking about even mill surplus stuff. They're dropping in price, because it's not moving, it's not selling. All right, no shortages. Not top 10. All right. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be another free for all come towards the end of the year when they're trying to make their year or move inventory. But it does look slow. Okay, unless it's something new they had on the SHOT Show, like the Cal-Tech 5.7s. But even now, they were selling for the MSRP, and now they're starting to dip into the bargain bin. Okay. little by little. Give it another couple months if you're patient, and you'll see the prices come down on them. So I don't know where the future's going. All you need is one disaster or some kind. But see, in actuality, the bottom line is with inflation and with the way the economy's collapsing, and it is also the global economy, it's not just the United States, it's everything. It's going to be impossible for people to come up with money. And when that happens already, there's been complaints. I watch Microsoft Neighbors that every time the sun goes down all through the night in areas where people don't have garages, their cars are outside. There are doorbell cameras, or everyone's got some kind of a camera in front of their house. People trying to open the doors and go through the cars. People showing up 2:33 in the morning, beating on the door, yelling and stuff. And they're trying to figure out who it is, in the middle of the night. So a lot of weird things happening. And you're going to see more thievery. One guy told me they just showed up at his house and took his four-wheeler, and his motorcycle was outside or something. He just took it, grabbed it. Of course, he lives in a more rural area. But I've seen this on live cam several times. So things are going to get a little bit on the rugged side, if it isn't already. All right. Morning. It's 12 gauge. Yeah, but I don't know how it is in your area. But here around the city itself, but even out here rurally, some of the small towns south of me, they reported it could just be a fist fight, people on a Friday night, but you're going to see a lot of it as money tightens, because any place you go, if you go out to eat dinner or go to a bar or even the Legion, it's all collapsing. There's just nobody showing up. Nobody has the extra money, unless the place has got a band playing or something. There's something to attract people. And even then, people just are short on cash, even myself. So any type of entertainment type of things, the budget's kind of cut. So all of that stuff, and that's how I measure it. 59. $59 a thousand. I didn't pay that for them. Oof. Yeah. So what are you going to do? Because somebody was telling, I go, CCIs are down to 69. Sometimes you find them on sale for 65, but it's not 110 like it used to be. And there are people going to the gun show with 1,000 primers with a price tag of 180 or whatever on there, and it's like the guy's not selling any of it, and he ain't lowering the price. I have no idea what he paid for. He may have paid 120, okay, for them. So if you were just trying to sell them in a panic and you laid into it like that, you're not a wholesaler or something, you're kind of screwed. You're lucky you're going to get your money out of them. That's why that get rich quick stuff don't work. I never kind of got into that. Basically, I just look at what I need. And, I used to buy cases of $5,000 in a case. And I remember ordering large pistol and say large rifle, get two of them, CCI, and I'd get them for $350 or something, or $320 from Midway, when I ordered them. That was for 10K primers. That's what they used to be. All right, now it ain't that way no more. Yeah, that's always fun. $69, yeah, that's tough. I got that batch of small uh, rifle primers, and that's what I'm using now. I might as well use them up. Maybe do some 30 carbine while I still have some primers. Develop a better load. I didn't like the load with the one powder where you got to compress the piss out of it. I mean, because you really did, and it's a lot of compression, and I'm just going to try to use another powder. The only other powder that I can use, I like to use it for something else, and I got an 8-pound jug that's kind of going down, you know. But I don't know. It is tough, okay, and it's going to get tougher. While we're doing that, did I post that one about the pistol? Yes, I did. The FEG 32 Auto. That was one, I kind of wanted one. I had the 63s or 64s, a 9mm max, but I wanted to get one in a 32. Kind of like that better. And they lowered the price. I forget what it was. It was a flash sale. They even took another, I think, $20 off or something. So it wasn't that bad of a deal. But there are several they brought back. Not only are the Polish P64s available, there's a couple places out there. I think Kentucky Gunworks or something. They got the P85s, which those dried up for quite a few years. I have not seen any of them come in. Now they have those coming in. They're still a bit on the pricey side, up there to the 400. But you know, yeah, I know that. I know you got them drums of it, but truthfully, I ain't loading 20mm shells or nothing. I know it can be used for other applications, but for right now, I'm just gonna clean out what I got lying around and worry about that when it comes later. But yeah, if you guys look around, and I did a video how to go and find somebody to do the transfers for you. A lot of these bargains and things I'm talking about, you will find from an online retailer. Okay, drive into them or whatever ain't gonna work. Okay, and some of these places, I guess, are warehouses. It's like one place, I forgot where it was. They just had those Anderson rifles, the utility rifle, and they were selling them uh, with shipping for $325. Okay, on a flash sale, brand new in the box, 325. And I guarantee you, when they put out an email, there's something like that, they sell out instantly. They must have had a whole truckload of them. They moved them on out. Okay. Um, and it's a buy. Yeah, that was the only one of the budget ones that acted a little squirrely on me, but after shooting it a while and that, it seems to work fine. And I actually found that weird Turkish ammunition shoots dead accurate with it. Okay. Because it's got a 1 1/8 inch twist. That's kind of why I kept it. On average, with the average military spec ammo, you're going to get 2.5 inches. And if you watch my videos, I prove it to you. Every now and again, a certain type of ammo with a certain barrel, and for whatever reason, I have no idea, be it a 1 in 7, 1 in 8, whatever. There's just a certain brand of ammo that shoots really damn good in that gun. And if it's off the shelf, well, I just go buy 200-300 rounds of it and keep it with the gun. Don't even screw around. You know, saves you a lot of headaches. From Ames. Let's look that up. Ammo Seek. Do, do, do. Let's see what we got here. Boom. 32 is running about 40 cents, $20 a box, which ain't bad. I don't shoot 2 tons of it once the gun. Now, what was he saying? Ames. I myself go with PMC. I go with Privy or Fiocchi. PMC makes it. Privy makes it. Those are the number one sellers. PMC, Privy. I don't see TRZ. Of course, this does not carry. Oh, that's PPU. Kind of lied to me on that one. Yeah, don't look like they show other brands unless you search for it. Of course, it goes by price. Got a Gila. That's getting up to 50 cents a round. Let's go to page 5 and see super expensive Winchester. Yeah, so 32 ain't that terrible. Don't know if I do the surplus. I'd rather just pay more and use the. Plus, I got a huge tub of once fired brass, reloadable brass. I was thinking of getting into reloading it. You know, now I'm just going to use Barry's bullet with bullseye and see about doing that. I may do that as a project, but again, something that small, a pain in the ass. My hands are shot, my fine motor skills, but see if we can get it done. Because that there, I could probably do 1,000 rounds of ammo with all the brass I got. See how it all goes. That'd be a fun little project. Still did all that 380 ammo. I got to take some of them guns out and shoot them. I got to get out and shoot some more, make some more videos shooting these things. But yeah, you can find deals on surplus pistols out there, and they're cutting prices. They're cutting prices on Atlantic Firearms. They're cutting prices on a lot of stuff. I mean, one of those Spanish sent me C's under 7. I paid $1,000 for one. They're not moving inventory. They're doing everything to clear inventory that sits for a year or two is money lost. Okay. And if there's something out there and you got the cash, that's how you make it work in your favor. All right. Because ammunition is quite going up. Yeah, I mean, Red Dot, I went looking for powders, and even at Shooter's World, some of the ones that people rave about, that's gone. Okay, which that stuff was always in stock because nobody really knew much about it. Even that stuff now, that some people have used it and gained popularity, it's gone. It's that one powder, the Accurate 5744, something I use for all the old black powder cartridges. I have not seen that anywhere in years. Okay. And if it is there, it might be for a few hours on the website before it's sold out. Well, I haven't found it nowhere. Okay. And something like Red Dot, I mean, God, that's why when I was fooling around, I do use the dots for cast bullets, like an 8mm and that, especially. So I got a bunch of green, blue dot I use for 357 Magnum and 9mm Largo. Was good. And I loaded a lot of it, and now, if you could find that, and at what price. Of course, you can go to the gun show and find a can of it with 3 inches of dust on it for probably $20 more than what you'd pay at the retail store. But that's another joke. People are selling you reloading supplies that are 40 years old. Well, if they're stored right, they still work. That's the only thing. I'm looking here. I don't know if I got any dots. Blue, green, unique. I used to use Red Dot for my 12-gauge shotgun loads. That was my go-to powder for years. And I went to E3, and I liked it better. But the E3 doesn't translate over. And I tried loading pistol cartridges and stuff with it, and just for some reason it ain't a good idea. During the shortages we used it, but I checked the chronograph results, very erratic. Not a good thing to use. But the E3 used to use the Red Dot, and the Red Dot for certain handgun loads is good. Yeah, the Alliant powder. Now let's do a search. We'll go and we will handgun ammo. Let's go back. Redo the search. Let me just close that. Reopen it because I goofed it up. All right, reloading. Powder. Brand. Alliance. Red dots. It's there. Republic ammunition, $47.99. Mile High Shooting, $55.99. Vizards, $60.01. Okay. Let's check them out. I only found 3. Ooh, got a sale. $47.99. Choose an option. 1 pound. It's public nation. Let's see. Let's say we wanted 4 pounds of it. Has been added to your cart. Okay. Yeah, so I can get 4 pounds. Their hazmat is only $16.95. So you're looking 4 pounds of it, $191. And basically $50. No, actually, with all that, it's 200 and something. So it's going to be $60 a pound by the time you get it. Now that was the lowest price one. Mile High Shooting, $59. Yes, I am over 21. And they changed the label. And let's see what Vizards. 60. Ow. Shipping flat rate. View, edit your cart. All right, yeah, so it's out there, but let me make sure I got this. Removed it. It's out there, but it's expensive. Ah, so you're watching. That's good. That's good. Hello, everyone. People. But yeah, that's I don't know, because there's places I can go through several different sites looking for a pound of gunpowder, be it Red Dot or something, and not find any at any price, in any size, be it 1, 4, 8, or whatever. None. Okay, so I don't know what to say. Very sporadic in their things. Yeah, but like I said, there's surplus markets. I will never reload again. Not paying. And some people have developed that attitude also, where they said they ain't gonna load again. I was in a, how was it? Academy Sports. That's where it was. Run into a guy from my gun club. See me, and he see me, he remembered me. He was up at the rifle range once shooting with me. And we're talking about reloading. I was looking at the reloading stuff, and he was advising me on a powder to get. And back then it was going up to 30, 32, pounds. When it used to be 24, 25 forever. I remember him looking at me. I'm not paying that for that. I'm not paying that for that. Well, I guess you're not going to reload anymore because it's far worse now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got a stockpile I've been building here in the closet for years. I might as well just start using it, you know, and worry about it after it's all gone, you know, because every time I turn around, 8 pounders, half a grand. Okay. Every time I go, hey, I need another jug of powder, it's half a grand out. All right. And just like I said, just buying projectiles and 6 pounds of odd powders to experiment. And that cost me close to 4 or 5, you know, just on a thing there. Yeah, I know, because you got that specialized powder. That's what they used to sell that. That's in a class of its own. And actually, the powder I use for the old cartridges, the old obsolete cartridges, that's 50 cal. That's a 50 BMG powder. Um, so basically, that's the stuff you could use. But yeah, how much of it do you shoot? Well, you do use a lot of it when you do shoot your specialized items you have there. But see, another thing, 50 BMG. There's a lot of ranges won't let you shoot those. Uh, I don't know of a public range that'll let you do it. It'd be kind of hard to find. There may be one. I'm not quite sure. Of course, they have a 1,000 yard range or something or whatever, but I guess it's the insurance and liability that is ungodly uh, with a lot of these clubs. And then again, people are out to shut them down. It used to be ones like where we used to go and have the turkey shoots is pretty much on the outskirts of a town in a park, and it's been there forever. But the liberals don't like the sound of gunfire in the evening, and the noise complaints, and they keep petitioning the city to shut it down. And a lot of them that were close to city areas have been. So now you don't see a damn turkey shoot no more, which used to be a lot of fun. But those are gone. Uh, yeah, yeah. So I remember that fella. He built that thing to fire bowling balls. We cut open that cylinder for him. And he brought the thing back when he completed it, with the wheels and everything. He lobs bowling balls and all that other stuff. But I doubt very much he goes to a gun club to do that. They got their own places. Close the Ben Avery. Is that a gun club of some sort? I'm not familiar with Phoenix or gun club. Usually in a state like that, I thought stuff like that wasn't a problem. If the range and that meets all the safety things, I don't see how they can shut them down if that's what you're talking about. And is it outdoor or indoor? Because they got an indoor range where I am that it's very popular. It's actually difficult to get in there, even just to free shoot. You can get a membership and come in there, pay them a flat rate for every year. And that's I didn't realize till they were doing something at my club that the state runs fish, game, and wildlife management ranges, because people were complaining when they were doing some work on grounds work that we had to shut the club down for a while. They told us that a few miles further up the road there was a fishing game range managed by the state. It was a little bit different. You'd have to go there and check in, and I think they only gave you about an hour or so or something. It wasn't bad, but it didn't cost anything. I don't know. I don't know if they could. Well, then again, the government's corrupt. They close down anything, Chip plant. Yeah, they like them chip plants. They tried building one up in New York where I came from. I went over like a lead balloon. Billions of dollars disappeared and everything. And, you got a brand new chip plant up there and never made a single chip. So you tell me. All right. Light powder. It's not a curiosity. Let's look. 5.56 NATO. It's an ammunition. 20. Wolf is 43% for 55 grain bullets. That's steel cased. I'm looking at 43. That's a reload. That's a reload. Magtech's at 44. Triple G 44.8. The Liberal tiers, but they are selling it at 1,000. It's the company gave me some shit. It's just a drop ship place. That's kind of good ammo. Your next order. 447. Let me see what the shipping on this. Ships for free. See, to check out. This guy had to lay a claim on them. So I don't know if they'd ship me this. Boom. All right, so 448. It's not a bad thing of ammo. Here. $0.45 a round, which that stuff out of I think it's Estonia. It's not bad ammo. And these monkeys ain't grabbing me for sales tax or nothing, and shipping's free. Shipping is free. Tactical stuff, liberal tiers. So yeah, you can still get the ammo fairly cheap. I don't know if that was the case in New York, but down here they kind of do when it comes to the ranges. Well, sorry to hear that. All right. You take care now, buddy. Nope, have not. I have not. But I'm curious. That's basically 55 grain ammo. Let me look what 62 grain is going for. You can still find some for under 50 cents around, but it's close to 50, which will jack it all up on you when you put sales tax. So you're getting close to 60 cents around probably. ADI. I think that's what he said. He had that ADI under 32. But yes, so ammo is going up. All right. See, in this state, that I don't think it have. I know there's wildlife or free ranges here and there, but they're far and few between. It's not in every county either. New York, they didn't have that. Really, there was no state affiliated range, at least not where I lived. All of them were clubs, and you had to join and get a membership to get in. To get in. Do. But yeah, another day. I got to catch up on a bunch of work. We'll probably be cutting these short. Hopefully, I can keep 10 o'clock slot open. But the weather's nicer. I got a ton of things to do. And probably going to keep it to an hour, a little bit less from now on. I know we're going about an hour and a half. And we do have, you know, over 20 people, so that's kind of better in some ways. But we'll see, because it may come to where I'll be doing stuff or gone on weekends and stuff, so I may have to eliminate it until the foul weather comes back once more. So thanks for coming, guys. And yeah, it's going to be 11 o'clock here. And I will see you all next week at the same time.